Hey, welcome. I am Ajoya, owner of AJ Excursions,
And I'm Naja Freaking Fresh.
and together we
We
are
are
Village
Village
Vibes.
Vibes.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
So, what are we? What is Village Vibes, especially in this climate, in this culture today? What are we as Village Vibes
And the Corona culture?
in a Corona culture?
And the COVID culture.
COVID.
So Village Vibes, we are in this time during this
This season.
epidemic, this season, I think Village Vibes is just trying to reach out and bridge the gaps with social distancing. We just need to keep that community, a sense of community and village going. You know, globally, we usually would bring the globe to your backyard, but I mean, each yard has become its own little world. So
It is.
we're connecting yards right now.
We have been in this together since March 13th, okay? So we are still coming to your backyard. We're bringing the
Right.
village to your backyard. We're now just social distancing ourselves.
Right.
So today we about to talk about COVID dating. Yep,
Lord.
let's talk about this. Let's break this down because COVID is bringing out some things, some
Right.
interesting things, and I called her because I was like, I saw this meme, and it said, "Who you are attract who you end up dating, who comes to you to date." And I was like, yo, wait a minute. The last two people I've been interested in were unavailable people, and that made me figure, well, what is in me that make me say, I want to date you, I like you, I'm interested in you, and you're unavailable, right? And I'm also a giver, and why do I keep attracting takers, right? So we had this conversation, and then COVID. So we're just going to jump in and start talking about this culture and who we are and how can COVID help us reset. That's my opinion.
Right. I mean, we're talking about who you date, who you attract is a reflection
Of you.
But also, I mean, COVID does something to your reflection. It's like there's a difference. A regular reflection, you're looking in the mirror. You know, COVID, it does a two for one. It does a microscope, so magnifying glass,
Yes.
and then also kind of like one of those funhouse mirrors. Like it can warp things. You know, COVID brings out the best and the worst in people
I
because
agree.
because of this, the adversities and the fact that we've become kind of isolated. You know, insecurities and needs have increased. You know,
And they have been revealed. Some of the things that you never thought you needed or wanted
Right.
is now coming out in a play.
Right.
And so let's look at this, right? Let's who I am. I'm attracting unavailable. What is it about me that's attracted to someone that's unavailable?
we both have the same issue with the unavailable.
So what is it about us that is saying, I like this person? And unavailable could be a whole lot of areas that they're unavailable, right? So what is it about them that we gravitate towards? Why are we gravitating towards that?
Um, for me, I know that I'm very unsure about commitment.
Okay.
Right? I'm unsure about commitment, and so I think I attract people who might be players from the Himalayas or whatever, or because I mean that's kind of how I am, and unavailable people you don't have to. First of all, we've had multiple conversations. Unavailable people allow you it's like a false sense of security.
I was about to go
It's
there.
because if they're unavailable you already know the letdown's coming.
Yes, and so for me, because I am afraid, I don't want to be hurt anymore, right? But I kind of don't mind putting myself out there, but I only want to go so far. Like if the deep end, I'm only going to go 3 or 4 feet in.
Did you just say you don't mind put this girl lying? She lying.
Meaning, I'm talking about dating wise. I don't mind. I can put myself out there for so much before I'm like,
Who is talking? Who is that talking?
I do put myself out there for like I said, I can go out to 3 or 4 feet before I'm like, yeah, this is not me, and I'm headed
So
right back to.
perception is everything, right? She says she can go 3 or 4 feet. I say she look at the shallow end and be like, let me watch a couple people drown in this before I decide. But let me see what happened when Naja put her big butt out
Right?
there.
Let me-
See if she drowned or if
But
she floating.
I
And
think about it, right?
yeah, well, see, mindset is the first thing. I will say that in the last couple of weeks, you have become a tinge more open, and so you are making steps, especially in this COVID. We having this conversation, but before COVID,
Okay, before COVID, what they said I have the flick of the wrist, and everything goes over my head, y'all. Okay, I don't know if you're smiling at me, flirting at me, winking at me, hollering at me. I didn't catch none of your signs. Okay, none of them. So that's that. Let's put that out there. But in my head, I do be putting myself out there in my head. Okay, so let me live. Can I live? Okay, no, but seriously, and I think that's why because.
I have to take part of it back. Online, you've become more adventurous. Like instead of this, it's like that.
See,
You become more adventurous. I will admit.
I think I'm making progress.
You are. It's a nice slow and steady.
Slow and steady
Mm-hmm.
as we go. See, I'm about to start singing Freddie Jackson. Okay.
Right.
So, but no, okay. But so let's look at this. COVID, and this is everything I say to everyone. I be like, this is just COVID dating, y'all. This is just
Right,
COVID. This
right.
is COVID talking.
COVID syndrome.
Right? This is COVID syndrome, COVID talking, COVID dating, because I don't think any of it's real. And that's probably why I am a little more adventurous, because I'm like, yep, hi boo, what's up? How you doing? You want to go for coffee as soon as COVID is over, knowing damn well I'm probably not going to meet you, and knowing damn well this is just COVID, right? I'm just being, let's be honest, right? So COVID dating has brought on people being more adventurous, male and female, being more flirtatious, but some of it is
Being more clingy.
being more clingy,
Being more needy.
yes, being more demanding.
Yes, demanding. That people go into COVID situations with long-term expectations,
And they probably
it's-
just COVID expectations for the time being.
Yeah.
But also, when you think about it, right? Let's think about this. In COVID, I have time. I can talk to you. What you doing? Nothing. You want to talk? You want to text? So
Right.
that guy or that female, we have that time now to to converse and to send the text and to call and the video chat, because we are working from home, and we have that unavailable. We have that like immense amount
Well,
of
right
time.
now you're in this little fishbowl, right? And this is like a capsulated amount of time. I tell people when I meet them, I mean, if you want to go beyond high, if I talk to you for like 10 minutes or text you multiple times during the day, I let them know this is situational. This is temporary.
Yes.
This is not my real life. I will not talk to you for 8 hours in a day or talk to you like you're a second job or something. It's not happening, and people need to be realistic. I mean, COVID has given people more time, but eventually we're going to go back into offices and other buildings
And work
who
and
the
having
hell has
scheduling and
time
not
to
having
talk
time.
to Peter for 5 hours straight or text him nonstop. And if people during this COVID time, when they know that there's more accessibility, if they're tripping about you not responding to a text immediately, you not responding to a like or some type of compliment
Whatever.
or anything, flick a wrist on them, because,
And it's okay.
because they're already showing that they're demanding, and it's a bit much right now. I can't keep up the stamina. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll tell them straight up, yo, please don't think this energy is what you're gonna have. You are getting me just like if I meet somebody when I'm on vacation. I'm telling them, you are getting me for this capsulated amount of time. This is not going to be how it is. Enjoy it while it lasts.
But let's not be
not
so
real
all
life.
negative, because in the same token, you could make a connection and over COVID meet someone, connect,
Right.
and when COVID is over, you go out on that date, you go out on multiple dates, and you realize there is a real connection,
Right.
and you can build from there. So
Yeah.
we're not saying that all dating is COVID dating, but just be aware of COVID
Well,
dating
there's
and the
nothing wrong with
situation.
COVID dating. People have
It's not
gotten married through Great Depression, Spanish flus. They've gotten
everything.
married through H1N1. They've hooked up through earthquakes, Hurricane Katrina, like lots of disasters, natural disasters and man-made. They've been able to come together. Something like crisis, they either bring people very close together or
Or
they tear
they
them
tear them
apart.
apart.
You know, so it is not uncommon for people to make love connections during these times. It's just that you need to be careful.
I agree. And that's what, when we had that conversation, I was talking, I was like, yo, I gotta check myself because look at what I'm attracting, and that's not what I want to attract. I don't want to attract someone that's unavailable, and I don't want to attract someone that's a user. And then she just broke my whole heart and like just blew my world up because she was like, well, you keep taking from yourself to give to people, even if I don't do it consciously, even if like I'm not even thinking that I'm taking from me to give to you, because I am a giver and I like making people smile and making people laugh and loving on people.
Right.
But it's still a form of taking from me to
Oh, I got
give to
another
you.
one. I got another one. Just hit me. So people who are constantly giving of themselves, even when they don't have it to give, that's actually deception, because someone is falling for the energy that we're putting out, for thinking that your cup is so full it's almost ready to spill over, when actually it's not. And that goes for both of us. We give different ways, but we do the same things.
So let's look at this. And this is why when you said that, it hit me, and I've been thinking about it. My cup is always full, right? But I may be pouring into you, but I know my cup is going to get refilled by you.
Mm-hmm.
I know once I talk to you today or tomorrow, I know you're going to recharge and refill my cup. So even though I just poured over half of my cup out into someone else who needed it, or I wanted to make smile, and it just left me with, not that much, you fill my cup back up. So I'm not even realizing my cup is being depleted. Wait a minute.
Ooh,
And
I got
then
another
and
one.
then I realize traveling
Mm-hmm.
fills my cup up so much that I'm always being replenished, right? But once again, I'm pouring out. But some of the people who I'm pouring out to are not pouring back into me. I pour into her almost daily or weekly, right? She
Yep.
pours into me daily, weekly. So my cup is never empty. But
Well,
I'm
wait,
pouring out
wait.
to other people who are not reciprocating.
So there's a few things with this. First of all, when you travel, your cup isn't empty because your cup is not available. Okay? Because if it was available, you'd be walking around the desert with an empty cantina. You would, right? And peep it. You are pouring into Jaboom Boom over here,
Okay.
and Willie Mae is pouring into you. But you are constantly pouring. And when you're constantly pouring, you're constantly needing to be
Be
filled.
filled.
That then becomes a needy situation. And I'm not calling you needy. I'm the same way. But you know what? It makes us require more of people, right? And then this I'm breaking stuff down because I'm realizing this is a form of selfishness and codependency. This is a big issue.
Wait a minute. So because I'm pouring and I'm not getting it poured back into me from the person I'm pouring
That's a
into.
deficit.
That's a deficit. And then because I know you're going to pour back into me, that I'm not going to be deficit, but
But you
I'm
don't
being-
you
I
don't
don't-
stop. You don't stop pouring into the next one.
no. I
So
just
you're
keep
constantly
pouring. I
needing
need
somebody
the-
else to
the
refill
pour.
you. Because you're constantly taking from what you have. That means that not you, me too, that you're needy, right? That
Because
we are needy.
we need this cup filled, so
Right.
we have to find someone to fill it while we're so busy pouring into someone else.
And who are
is
we?
not-
Who are we to demand that somebody else fill our cup because we keep giving our shit to somebody else? That is selfish. That is needy, and that is a user. And then we attract users. Now, there's all different ways to do it. There's all different ways to do
Woo-hoo!
it.
Let's go. So let's go. Let's go. So okay. So that means
That essentially we are users,
we are users, and we're attracting users because we are using people to fill us up,
and we are selfish.
and we're selfish because
And-
we're
ooh.
not
I
keeping
got
our
another
own
one.
use.
Got
So
another
wait.
one.
You see, that's what I'm saying. COVID is bringing so much stuff away. We should walk out of COVID, ladies and the gentlemen that watch us. We should walk
Self-aware.
out of COVID self-aware and with plans and attacking things that we are discovering and dismantling them and rebuilding them to be better. We should walk out of COVID.
Yeah.
Y'all see me, right? Because I know I'm dark skinned and
Girl, shut up.
she a hater, right? So we should walk out better because COVID is revealing. You see this, right? Having this conversation, revealing things that I never even looked at in that way because I just knew I was pouring and I was being filled, but I never looked at I was using people to fill me back
How
up.
about this? There's some people who are constantly pouring in others, and this is not with ulterior motives. And ulterior motives because they need to be needed. They need to pour into others to feel validated. That is a sole source or a main source of their self-esteem, and that in itself is a selfish thing. And when you're pouring into somebody just because it makes you feel good, just because it makes you feel good because you need that, you need to be Captain Save a Hole, whatever it is, what are you really doing? That's a manipulation.
And it is. And for me, that's not why I pour.
No, I'm not saying it is.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying. I'm listening to you. I'm like, okay, well, that's not why I pour. I pour because I just it makes me feel like when I know I can, if someone is going through something or whatever, and I can just put a small smile on their face or alleviate something that they're going through. And also, I just like making people smile. I like giving gifts.
Right.
This is my love language, right? So when I realize my love language, that is how I show love, is pouring, is giving you a small token. And I'm not talking about gifts, and we had this conversation. I'm not talking about gifts where I went and bought you a $900 pair of shoes. I'm talking about I thought about you, the individual person, what they like, what they love, and I was out and about or I saw it,
Right.
and I ordered off of Amazon, whatever it was,
Or
and I gave it to you.
something,
I baked
or
something,
whatever it
or
may be.
and when I cook, I call you over to eat, and I know it's your favorite. That's me gifting you, and for me, it's not the gift, right?
But
it's
see,
the love
right.
that I'm showing you, right? It's me showing you that I care about you and I love you, but because that's my love language, right?
But when we give to people who we know don't deserve and don't reciprocate on any level, then there is a reason why we're doing it. There is a reason.
Because sometimes for me, I'm like, I know this person is hurt, broken, can't pour back, and I didn't do it for them to pour back. A lot of times I didn't do it, and I'm just talking about like now in general, I didn't do it because I wanted something poured back into me.
Right.
I did it because I knew they were so empty that I knew right at that moment I had a cup that had I wasn't depleted, so I poured into their cup to just help them out because I saw them hurting. I saw them not having enough in their cup. I saw it. So I was like, well, here, and I didn't do it for the acknowledgement. I didn't do it for them to come and call me and say thank you. Look at what she did. None of that. Is just that's what I was doing because this is who I am.
If people who are givers like that and give too much, if they are only doing it for the sole act of giving, why are they so hurt and disappointed when they don't get validation, appreciation, or something in return? That means that there is an expectation. There is something underneath that. And even with you and I, even with the people that we've dated and the types of ways we've given, we felt some kind of way about it because there is something behind it. It is not just selfless.
At some point it is.
Right.
At some point. And I think it becomes where you're like, I'm not expecting anything. I'm not when I give and when I do anything that I do, I'm not looking for a phone call or a big banner to go across my house in the sky.
You're expecting love. Because that's the love language.
Yes, that's my love language. And I just want them, to smile. And a lot of times I just want you to go to the next person and be nice and caring and giving because now you're not depleted. So you shouldn't be at that level of anger or hurting, so, and I get it though, because sometimes wait, because I also know people who, and I just put this on Facebook, a guy who has money, I don't know who he is, he's going around to people and handed them like $10,000 in $100 bills, right?
Yeah.
And I love that he's helping and giving to people, right? Mm-hmm. I don't like that he's making it public for people to know about it. And that's where I struggle with it because I give, and I don't need you to go on Facebook. I don't need you to write me a love song. I don't need you to do any of that because that's not why I gave to you. It's not why I did what I was doing. I
Hmm.
saw, a need, and I didn't mind. I don't need you to come and wax poet.
Reciprocation is validation.
It is.
And appreciation is validation. So we all give to get something. We all give and want something in return. Even if it's appreciation, it's still validation. It's still saying I recognize what you've done for me. So everything we do, it's not just for the act of doing. It is also to get something in return. But you talked about giving, and then, oh, I don't want it. I don't need anything back. Go out and give it to the world. I spoke about how I give to these men, give my energy and my intellect or my emotional wisdom, and make them better men for other
For other
women.
women.
Guess what? I'm not giving you shit to make you better for somebody else. That's not why I'm doing that. I don't care. I'm not. Listen, I want us to work, and yeah, like helping people. Period. But if that's the case, I can do workshops for men that I don't know. Like I wouldn't put my time and effort and my emotions into it.
But it's
So
okay.
there has to be a point. Like, listen, nobody, even Gandhi wasn't giving up something for nothing.
Let's not even talk about
Mother
that racist
Teresa
bastard.
wasn't giving
But
up something for nothing. Like, come on, like she was giving up something because she wanted to make it to heaven. Like,
but that's what I said. For
always
me,
a reason.
it's my reason. Like I said, is I see,
Yeah.
and I have. So because I have, I don't mind, giving. So and that's why I said like COVID. So now I have to reevaluate who I give to,
Right.
and I don't want. I won't ever stop giving.
Right.
Right. But COVID just made me realize. Let me reevaluate who I give to. Let me reevaluate why I'm dating or why I
Giving
attract
time.
and give time and attract it to someone that's unavailable. Why is that, right? So we thinking about COVID, and you see someone or they jump in your inbox and they find,
Right.
and you talking to him and he talking to you, and the messages going back and forth, and then he hits you with, when can I see you?
Well, that's always the case.
Right? When can I see you? And we like, it's COVID. You're not seeing me. By the way, side note, I know you saw that news link where they said sperm carries COVID. Can we wrap it up while we doing the COVID,
Hurt my whole heart.
the COVID dating?
Hurt my heart. Hurt my
Right?
heart.
Wrap it up, because yeah, right. Okay. So when he's calling saying, what you doing is 11 o'clock, where your children at,
Right.
and you go visit.
Right. Right. But the thing is, I mean, that's normal. That's normal progression.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. But
dating, that
also in
somebody would
COVID,
say,
you kind of make it. You really, to me, in COVID, you make it even more. It's like,
well, that's because there's nowhere else to go.
No.
So let's be real. Like I'll tell a dude in a minute. I'm not dating you on your couch or in the bed. Don't even play yourself. I don't usually go over no dude's house until we've been out a few times, maybe 3 or 4 dates. I used to never invite dudes to my house, for real. I had to be messing with them for months. Like, I just didn't do it.
we're not
right?
doing Netflix and chill. But
No.
let me tell you how someone tried to play me. Let me tell you, because I haven't even told her this. Let me tell you. Dude asked me, he's like, can I get a massage?
That's code word for sex.
I said, did you say massage you? I was like, oh no, I'm not a massage parlor. I don't make that. That's not my role.
You can
I said,
see
because
she's a newbie.
right?
That's,
No,
that's
wait,
typical.
no. I knew where he was going. That's what I said. That's not my role. We just talking. Why would I said? Do I look like?
Because he wants that connection.
Exactly. But no, we not having sex. I'm not massaging you. We not gonna slip up and oops, I did it again because I was massaging you and you touching me and I'm touching you and I'm feeling all over your butt. Right? We not doing that. Like, don't even play me like that. What?
And well, see, there's a whole other thing with COVID has really
Stop playing.
lowered expectations and lowered effort levels.
Cool.
Because men know there's nowhere to go. And women, there's nowhere to go. We've got your attention. You jumping at the bit.
And
like,
I'm gassing your head up on both parts. We
Yeah.
saying all the right things right now. Like, it sounds real good because it's COVID. And that's I was like, no. I was like, everyone know, where massaging lead to. So we have to be careful. You have to be you have to make sure you also protect yourself during COVID.
Right.
And I'm not talking about protecting yourself sexually, yes, but emotionally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you are
Socially.
not socially, making sure that you are not falling victim to
Spiritually.
ooh. You have to guard your mind.
Right.
Like at church, I love this. Is every when we do Saturday prayer, Pastor here is like pray over your mind, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and your heart. You have to keep these prayed over and protected with the armor, the whole armor. Because if you don't, things will get in that you didn't even mean to let in. Like words that was normally that you would just be like, oh, he full of it, or oh, that's nothing but game, now sounds real good, and you let it get past that barrier. Next thing you know, it's someone you would not have normally let in is in, and that could be a good thing because now you're dating someone that you normally would not date, and it turns out to be good, or it could be a bad thing.
Well, you have people who come at you with this energy, right? And this energy, this is refreshing. I like this energy.
Yes.
But there may be something behind their energy or fueling their energy. Their energy might come off as positive, but there might be a sense of desperation because of depression, anger, anything that comes with this energy. So, I mean, understand that any relationship that is it's like under a pressure cooker kind of thing. Either a diamond's going to come out of it, or it's going to crack or explode or implode. You got to be careful because these people can be insidious.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
we don't know where their spirit is, where their soul is, where their heart is, and they might not even be
sorry, that's the
they
dog.
might not even be aware that they are carrying this around. Really, sometimes, it's like this. It's like when you come out of the bathroom and you see somebody who's got toilet paper on their shoe and they're unaware of it, right? These people are walking up to you with toilet paper on their shoe, but it's not toilet paper on their shoe. Some of them have post-traumatic stress syndrome that is now to the 10th degree because of
and they have depression,
anxiety.
They have anger issues that's being manifested,
jealous
issues, self-esteem issues. All those things, possessiveness,
all types of things
is coming out because now you have nothing but time.
It's under the guise of something
else,
though.
Because we have nothing but time that some people are not working on, or work masked my anxiety, right?
Yeah, that's what they don't know it.
And work mask my depression, and going out every Saturday and having a cocktail with the guys or with the girls mask what I was going through, right? Self-medication, smoking,
well, listen,
and everything.
Friends are self-medication.
It is.
But when we don't have this, then what are we dealing with?
We have to deal with ourselves. And dealing with ourselves is scary a lot of times because you got to look in that mirror and there's no one holding that mirror for you. There's no one making that mirror adjust to reflect what you wanted to reflect, because at that moment that mirror is like totally clean. It's like it's wiped me down. It's that mirror is clean, and you're looking at it and you're looking with no lashes on. Yeah, I see this, right? Because I have none, right? Your nails not done. You see this? My mustache. I'm not even gonna talk about my beard, right? So you're looking at this mirror and you have all these things that we normally can keep cleaned up, right? We can keep our eyebrows done, our lashes done, our beards, our hair done, our nails done, and they're our armor of protection, right? And now it's gone. So now you have to look at yourself for who you are and accept yourself for who you are, or learn to accept yourself for who you are. But either way it goes, that's a hard challenge.
Some people don't. Some people look in the mirror and they never see who they are. They're totally
blind,
unaware of who they are or what they have going on with them. And they need other people. Sometimes it's being in the public, other people, friends, church, whomever, who really shine that light on them. Some people are totally just self-absorbed and unaware and don't know.
Yeah.
Don't have an inkling. So I could look in the mirror all day and be like, girl, this is great. And I liken it to the makeup. You put on your makeup, and I don't know what my makeup looks like, so there you go. Put your makeup on in the bathroom, but you have no idea what it looks like in daylight. And people come and you look at yourself and, oh, yeah, I look good.
And then you
go out in the daylight and you have no idea that your face is orange. Yes. You're looking like Trump.
Or you can see the line right here, and you see all this down here is one color, and up here. right?
You don't know that your eyebrows is like this. You don't know that your weave was reddish brown and your hair is black because you was in the dark. Some people never see the truth.
And some people
Ever.
have never been told the truth. And now, like, because their friends, quote unquote quote friends, is always looking at you talking about, baby, you look good, baby, that looks right on you, baby, that's tight on you, baby, all that's good, you got it going on. And now no one is your hype man. There's no friends in the house with you, and you are looking in that mirror and you looking for the first time. There's no one there, and you like, wait a minute, this don't look right. You're seeing yourself and you like, wait a minute, but she always told me that looked good. She
Oh
always
yeah.
told me,
Mm-hmm.
my friends always told me that I had it going on, and now you really standing there and no friends around, you realizing, wait a minute,
It's
this
a
ain't
hot
what
mess.
this is a hot mess. So COVID is it should reveal, and it should help us get through. And
Yeah.
I believe we should come out of this on the other side. I believe financially we need to be saving. I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100. Every chance you get putting that away to create you a little nest egg. And I think we need to get our credit together, because one thing I learned over during COVID, credit and money. I mean, I knew that before, but COVID really just drove that spike home for me. Credit and money. And
Right.
I'm just like, yo, we have to be in position. We have to get ourselves in position. And I'm loving it because, some people, and this is a crazy thing. Last year when I was in Dubai, met a girl in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she said to me, LaShaya said, she owns a home. She's actually from LA, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I went to high school. I'm from LA. And she owns this home. She has this equity and she's been saving money. She said, because I know it's going to drop. The bottom is going to drop again. She's like, and this time I'm financially prepared. I want a house on the beach. She said, I'm going to get that house on the
Oh.
beach
Yep. Now's
for
the time.
nothing. She's like, I'm gonna get that house on the beach for nothing. When that market hits, and she made sure, and I looked at her and I was like, well, for me, it's gonna be a couple more years before I can have myself in position. She said that last February we was in Dubai. I'm banging and I'm believing that LaShaya is about to make some moves. So and that's where I want us all, and I believe we all should start moving towards. And then her and I started talking about this, another thing of COVID dating. We started talking about who we were looking for. And
Right.
I said I wanted someone. I'm tired of always being a teacher. I want to be the student as well. I want someone to come and teach me some things. I want someone that I can take my business and grow with, and he can grow with me, and we can just grow. And we like on that seesaw, right? And we just balance, and we keep, one is down, one is up, and then we balance, and we both, even keel, and then one go up, and
Right.
one is learning, and we bringing that other one up. We even keeled, and the other one goes up. We stay on that seesaw. And that's been always my aspiration, to find a guy that will teach me as well as me teaching them, because I'm tired of always being the sole teacher. And maybe that's not what I need. I'm not sure what I need exactly, but that's what I
Yeah,
want.
we were talking about people we wanted to build with, right? And I'll say myself. Don't look at my peeling. I'm dehydrated. As you know, corner. Let's not. Okay. Never mind. So we were talking about building, and I was saying how I want somebody who I can build with, and then I thought about it, and I was like, see, the problem is I don't think I need somebody who's starting where I'm starting, right? I don't think I need that. I mean, my immaturity is financial, right? And also, I don't have a business mind. I mean, I have a mind for business, but I don't know how to implement these things. So I need somebody who is above, a few steps ahead of me, or many. I don't really care. Who who has a business mind. He doesn't have to pull me up, but I need to be able to learn from him.
Yes.
Learn from him. Whereas we're both learning together. That's nice, but that takes a lot of motivation. Really, somebody who's mature in all aspects, they might not need to learn.
Yeah.
You
And we started talking about this. I don't know if you all saw when Jill Scott said she's been given what she wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but now she knows it wasn't what she needed. And that's how we got on, talking about what we wanted, and what I need. I know I need someone that I can build, like keep going forward with, that I can just we can take my business and his business and just keep growing, right? That's what I need. But I used to say I didn't need someone that shared some of my interests. And you know what? I do.
Yeah.
I need someone who loves to travel. I need someone that loves going to concerts like us. So when we out, because otherwise that person will never be with us if he didn't like concerts.
But you also need someone who's going to say, let's save and stop spending.
Yes.
And travel and concerts equates spending.
Yes.
So you
I
need
do
somebody
need that.
who's even balanced.
But
even
but
keeled.
even still though, I need someone who's interested in that, because
Yeah.
you gotta look at it. Her and I
or
go
who's
to
willing.
Yes, her and I go. How many in a good year we can go to a good 8 concerts.
Yeah, if it's popping.
If we get a good year, we can go to 8 concerts. And look at that. Like, and I'm talking about going away for the weekend, going away to concerts. That's 8 times a year that if he wasn't interested and he like, nah, boo, go ahead. That's 8 times a year that you and I are out and he's at home.
Chilling.
I don't need that. So those are, these are why we were talking about that. Just, once again, bringing it back to COVID, realizing what we want and what we need.
So I'm going to take it around to COVID. Take this time to self-analyze and really learn about yourself, your new self. Learn to the truth, your own personal truth. Learn to like yourself, because see, our wants
and our needs.
Our wants and needs. The thing is, if you don't know who you are, your wants and your needs, they're the same thing. Like you don't know what you want or what you need if you don't know who you are and where you're at. You understand? If you're not aware of that, there's no way you can tell me what you want when you don't know your shoe size. How the hell you gonna tell me I want a size 6 shoe?
If you don't know.
You don't know.
Let's think about that song, Patty, Love and Need and Want You. Mama always said, I want you here. I don't need you here.
Well, I'm a firm believer in you should not be with somebody who needs you.
No.
Should not. That is no. You don't want that. That is a train wreck.
But do they have what you need? And that's the difference. You understand? Because a lot of people can walk away from like hearing what we're saying, like, is this someone I want or is it someone I need? But wanting what someone can do for you and bring to you and needing.
Well, let's talk about this as far as gender roles. Women, they go after potential, so they go after things that okay,
always
they go after potential, and men go after what is right in their face if they want it now. But the thing is, a man will work harder for what he wants than what he needs. A woman will work harder for what she needs
than what she wants,
and then deal with what she wants. Now that's not all women and all men, but we all know men who will pay the water bill, who will pay the car note, or not want to say car note because cars are their babies. Who'll pay the water bill, who'll pay the gas and electric. No, she's right here.
Okay.
We all know men who will do that and hum and ha and have things to say, but will turn around and stand in line for 10 hours for sneakers that cost more than 2 light bills. You understand? And happily do it because they want it. Men tend to work harder for what they want.
And men go after what they want.
In the moment, they don't give a fuck about your potential. They don't care what you could be.
Nope.
Because by the time you could be, they're going to be on to the next. If that's what it is. Women, we consistently deal with potential.
I dated for 9 years